say repetition in our dimension here, in our human lives on Earth, creates solids in higher dimensions. When we speak about mathematical dimensions, zero dimension is a single point. First dimension is a line, which can be created by repeating points. Second dimension is a plane, which can be created by repeating lines. And the third dimension could be symbolized with a cube or a sphere, for example, and these can be created by repeating planes. As for the fourth dimension, some people think of time as the fourth dimension, so the movement of the cube describes the fourth dimension, but there's also the idea of things like the tesseract, which would be repetition or iteration of multiple cubes to create a solid in the fourth dimension. Tesseracts can be modeled, but impossible for us to fully visualize, because we are third or fourth dimensional creatures who can only visually interpret third or fourth dimensional material from two-dimensional feet. So things that repeat here for us, for example, like our heartbeats, drumming, rocking, chanting, basically anything with a rhythm, even like daily, monthly, or annual rituals. These pulses manifest solids, or things like solids in higher dimensions, which are difficult for us to perceive. We can't see them the way they exist because our minds don't work that way. Though we can have glimmers of understanding or ideas, and we can feel it. You can feel things from other dimensions, even when you can't fully see or understand it. A flat amoeba on a petri dish may not be able to see a flame or hear the musician hovering above the table, but it can certainly feel the heat and the vibrations of song. In that sense, we're not just poetically transcending, we're also literally transcending the third dimension. This is also true for shadows. The shadow of a three-dimensional object, a cube, could look like a square, right? Or some other kind of polygon as it turns. The shadow of a sphere is a circle. A plane could look like a plane, but when it's turned on its edge, it would look like a line. The shadow of a line could look like a line, but when turned on its side, would look like a dot. So the shadows of beings in higher dimensions could appear like three-dimensional objects to us here. A being passing through our dimension would also appear as a three-dimensional object temporarily, but it would be like a flash, I guess, or a series of flashes, like blinking. You can envision this example if you think of this, if you think of it as a plane intersecting a line, and how it would appear as a line or a dot, and a cube passing through a plane would appear as planes and lines. So, a higher dimensional being, when intersecting our third or fourth dimensional realm, in our human vision, it could take a second, third, or fourth dimensional form, but appear to us as a two-dimensional apparition, because that's how we see things. We're third or fourth dimensional, and we can feel things that way, but we see things as a flat screen from our eyes forward. And we perceive depth through flat visions. Anyways, if a being moves through a realm while it passes, it would look like a third or fourth dimensional object suddenly appearing out of nowhere, possibly transforming shapes or flashing, and then suddenly disappearing. But we can't see where it came from, and we can't see where it went. And as we create content for this dimension, moving through space, we may be embodying shadows of higher dimensional planes. If we look at repetition from this perspective, then any form of repetition could also be seen as a form of worship, because essentially it's ritualized manifestation for higher dimensional forms. The definition of ritual is something done regularly, which means patterns, and music is patterns, also patterns of notes, and notes are frequencies. Then rituals are social frequencies, or like a situational frequency, and so it's like music at longer intervals, or the earth creating music through us. Because there's also objects and animals and plants involved in it.
Yeah.
So it's like we're all coming together for this song.
Okay. Wow.